because you can cast it while stunned, but not while silenced. And Dire has no silences at all, but they have a lot of stuns.
Okay, Axe
Okay,
here.
they're trying-
Actually, they can! Double damage on the Invoker. Does the Invoker stay to try and get more? No, Alexa just leave. He's got what he can. He's hanging. He wants it.
Yeah.
Ursa lurking on the side. In comes Axe with a phenomenal call. Down goes the SD and down goes the Tiny immediately. Huncho gets a stun off in return and doesn't have time to get his ult off. The Morphling doing what he can to put some damage on, but he...
No. Oh, well, we're in.
Look at that, and we have a draft straight away. And we got look at that beautiful, stunning. Let's go, Slaughter Gang. That's the kind of plays we need to see to get you back into this game. Let's have a look at how much gold just swung towards Slaughter Gang there. Good God.
1,800 gold, at least.
Dota, dude. What an absolutely phenomenal game of Dota. And what a phenomenal co-caster you've been for me as well, White Clint. Huge, big Dota brain in that head of yours, hey?
Thank you for having.
Kabbalah having a better game this time.
So even though Hancho George is 3-1, his team is suffering into the mid game.
Okay, we see a smoke now.
It's like a known quantity. To get 6,000 gold out of a banner, I feel like is really, really hard. So you're 100% right, they should have just waited for the Roche to go top. Because like a free Ags on this Ursa, he can never die.
And they're playing with fire here, this is a Morphling.
They're just BMing them at this point. Taunting Reverie in the fountain. Knowing his team doesn't
my
have
lord, he gets a bash, but now Gachi's pinned in the corner. Get that charge, but Huncho caught out of position and he's scouted immediately by the Bolt. Tiny goes in with the toss, but that's not going to be enough damage to deal with Wen Jing, and now the Tiny is dead as well. Oh my! To a troll as well. Like there was an Invoker
he out-damaged Hancho George.
Yeah.
Like what is that? He out-damaged Jonathan Sins on the Mars. That's one of his best. That was a very unexpected and abrupt ending, if I do say so myself.
Yeah, the 27 minutes, not the fastest game I've seen. I saw Devious knock a stack in 23 minutes. Stone. It's just like playing old Sand King. Your Sandstorm just becomes so big, so it is being picked a little bit more, at least in the pro scene at the moment. But that's my...
Till this part, it is literally an 8-pick in Ridya Masters, and it could even be an 8-pick in Oz as well. But they're just not favoring picking it too early and having too bad.
Oh.
This is some good Dota, hey. This is what I was hoping for from one of these games.
This is what you were telling me was going to happen. After the first game, I was...
Don't think we're going to see a Spirit Breaker game 2. I don't think we're going to see an IO game 2. They're going to maybe try and limit them with their mobility around the map. So I reckon these, like... You are 100% going to get, but because he opted not to go the Blink Dagger, he just doesn't. Yeah. And it doesn't impact Gooby at all. Wowee.
Now the charge out on Johnny. Now obviously this seems like a respect ban, and we're seeing things like the Broodmother being banned because they're actually just super strong in the meta right now. Do you think Axe is to back out?
Very early BKB.
Very early BKB. Very
Tiny sports. Oh my god. Did you see it?
Yeah, Tiny caught by the Spirit Breaker. Oh, reload going out of mid. Just bring a Tiny for the farm. Okay.
Just a ferry service, I guess. Move him around. So
hey,
the
Battle Fury
doesn't. Oh, sorry, yeah.
Yeah, Battle Fury up on to see a high skill Shadow Demon. Somebody can play it much better than me. I'm keen to see that in action. That's super exciting.
I can almost guarantee that's going to be an RFA Shadow Demon.
Oh, the Rubik from last game. Nice.
Yeah, it's going to be an insane Miana. I appreciate it. It's an amazing series to watch. I was going to watch it anyway, and I'm glad we could have a really fun time while watching it, because my god, they put on a show game 2. Game 1 was a bit of a...
in that game, but hey,
you might see the tiny band. There goes the monkey. That's also kind of expected. Giving first pick Monkey King, especially against cool facets to call out here. Axe has the one-man army. The bear down, which means debuffs last 20% longer on the Ursa, insanely good.
RFA
The
just
it's a bit of a wash. I don't think he needed the IO to do this, to be honest. I think this lane was always going to go this way once you saw the Spirit Breaker pick. But I
you want. Troll loves a strong early start.
one of the better laning carries of the patch as well. There's not really much stronger than a troll because he gets the Berserker's Rage for free, so he can get
Ember leads into.
That Ember is for Winching. I 100% guarantee you they did not want Winching to be playing Ember because I have not seen him play anything else in the last 3 months.
Okay.
900 during a big fight. The Aghanim's aura also gets really bigger, so Heartstop aura's only got like an 840 radius, and that just builds up to...
And Hyper Cannon, and I...
Oh my god.
I love that name so much, dude. Give me more Tasmanian Hyper Cannons and less... Does Johnny try and take that tombstone, get a bit of gold for himself? Looks like he is
He should get it, yeah. They will not be defending. And the Honcho rotation scouted out again. Oh, that would actually...
Yeah.
But yeah, Gooby's just getting unpunished, playing in their jungle, and he's queued up a Dagon of all things. This is going to be great to see. It's going to be clowny as shit.
I'll say this. Revery's been dunked, what? 3, right?
Yes, with Soul Strike. He's done the wand opening and all branches to maximize his damage as quickly as possible. I will comment
so much representation in the pro scene, and it is just completely unrepresented in the Australian Dota scene. It's just one of the best heroes in the game. So I am so stoked.
As well as with the facets, we have like the most notable ones. We actually have an attack IO with the Crits Krieg. We also have the Ricochet 2 on the Snap.
Oh,
Morphling 1. There it is. Yeah. That's another Reverie hero. He's getting 1v9 on this shit.
People take this Shadow Demon, they often put it as a pos 4 because of its ability to stack, right? It can stack both of the ancient.
Duration? Yeah, 6 for a hero. Gives you 40 AoE, which basically means the Radiance gets massive. So 650 radius, more like at least 700 on average, and more likely like 850 to 900.
No, he's going to pull it out.
In the area. Okay, he gets out.
Smart man.
If they knew exactly where he was, they would Zeus ulti him. He's just dead. Sorry, yeah. So with the Wind Ranger for AU rejects, Beastmaster ban, same for Sorta Gang. Are they actually just going to end the Brood? So it's 2 of the same bans from the early game.
Rolling it back. Hey, we know how strong Brood has been.
Raccoon is a massive like troll in pubs, and he'll just like drop a Brood Mother randomly. There's the RFA Rubik respect bans as expected. I do think they will ban IO here. I don't see them letting.
No, hey, step up too far, and we're going to put some pain on you.
I gotta give Harold credit though. If there's any player that I would want playing from behind, it would probably be him. He does know how to make miracles happen with borderline.
Might not see him! No! Boom! The Space Cow lands on top of it.
He didn't anticipate. He couldn't smell it coming.
Shield rune?
No way.
But the sun comes out. Oh, lucky Lincoln's there, keeps him alive for now.
Just die so
quickly.
Huge
axe call. Huge axe call. Zeus needs to be careful here. draft, because we've got so many good teams. We've got obviously the Pigs team with Tobbs and Mashed and Andros, Jakino, super scary team with some super scary stand-ins. There's that the Tiny himself, the Tiny himself is going to be struggling with mana into this Invoker, and you mentioned the runes. I've seen really good Invoker players just summon their spirits to go and deny those runes right in front.
Do is they'll lock it in with their last pick, and they'll obviously ban out all the cheese. So Huskar's already out of the pool. Slaughter Gang are taking away all the tempo, so there goes Storm Spirit, copying it and then sending it back right back at them.
They're feeling themselves and they're getting a bit cheeky. I just saw Raccoon use his charge to try and make it to the Wisdom Rune before the man wipe going the way of AU Rejects. Holy, AU Rejects have come to play this game. They are ripping up with a 13k lead at 7. Look at that Snapfire. The IO's here. Decides against it. I think he makes the right play there.
Going to be no Wisdom Rune steals today. Oh, this could...
Facing him. Charge comes out though onto the Shadow Demon. They're looking for something here, but they're trying to pick the right target. Huncho decides he wants to deal with that Mukau. The Mukau's doing too much. Venji to the back.
Died bottom. Oh,
yep.
This is not the worst movement around the map. I mean, we're just waiting for
something that I can't see, but they seem confident with the way that they locked their heroes. They took the Tiny and they immediately snapped up Snap and IO. So this is an opener for them. They
beat again to the game, and then the rest of them are just taken out by counter items.
And look, there's some awesome plays this game. We saw the Rubik steal in the Reaper Scythe, which is so sick to see.
It's a very awkward angle to go. They're going to commit. They're going to commit with this. That's a very awkward angle to go as Radiant, I think. They definitely drew the line. I don't know if they're going to do it or not. Notable much analysis for that. That's just the net worth lead showing itself. The supports have like basically nothing on Dire. Meanwhile, Winching, he just gets in there and drops a 2. Everything you've said is correct, as well as it's giving him the Lincoln's break, right? Morphling bought the Lincolns so that he doesn't get dunked. The Dagon, even if it's a level 1 Dagon, cuts through the Lincolns and then opens him up to being cold. And
Reverie on the low ground, I'm not sure you should be there, mate. I think you should be nice and safe behind those tier 3s. They do scout him on vision. Reverie's thinking about maybe making a play here.
Spirit Breaker could just be the hero of this series.
By the way.
Oh, I've been disconnected.
Oh, looks like they're doing what they can to get on top of Johnny once again. Johnny running as fast as he can, and they do manage to get him. Huncho pops the ult and jumps in, but that damage just doesn't seem to matter. Huncho's down here. Did they scout him on this ward? Yeah, they did now. Okay.
They see him now, yeah. This is another good ward. As you can see, the Dire has almost the exact same ward play. Guarantee you is watching just about every game of Riyadh in some way, shape, or form, and we're all definitely taking like our lessons from that. What we can use, what we can't use, cheese strats we can learn, stuff like that. Help him. He's just dying to magical damage from the cow. Just another fighter. I feel like this cow could be second highest damage.
The initiation here from AU Rejects is pretty scary. You've got Axe Calls.
Huncho is edging towards his first item in a long time here.
You know, when they first changed this Dagon, Snapfire's here. Does the Snapfire have ult? He does. Ooh, big whirlwind, but that EMP is going to do a whole lot to these universal heroes. They're just completely out of mana. Dive from the Spirit Breaker. Can they kill that Snapfire the moment you get back? Does Johnny just have a magnet on top of him? Because this Mukau cannot stop charging immediately at Johnny, and there's no ports to save him this time. Gets a stun out, but it's too late, and the bear is just going to eat him for breakfast.
And that's better.
Sunstrike, and all of a sudden the troll goes down, and the Snap lives. Hey, Radiant are making this funky draft work, huh?
Yeah, that's another 1,000 goals. Like,
just a bit of vision, a little bit more chase to sort of get the heroes that you want in sight. So it's really, really, really quite good. I'm a big fan of it, but I'm always going to take Promulgate because I'm a lane bully, and I prefer to have a secured lane. There can be a huge amount of burst coming out from either of these heroes at any moment, so Keen to watch this in action.
Another reason you won't see a lot of action in the bottom lane is the 1k lead, but they still were up almost 2k, just from how well top went and how well mid was going to go with the Invoker pick.
Yep. Necro's still on top of the net worth chart though at this stage. But they didn't deal with the bear. And there's that beautiful save from RFA, but it might not be enough to save the Venji. She's slipping out in the back. She's got to deal with the zombie. She doesn't deal with the zombies, and now she's dead.
No bash.
Hang on. I thought this game was looking like it was going to wrap up very shortly, but Slaughtergang Claw.
No way.
Is that a mid-Sand King?
Playing Sand King. Yes.
Who did we see in the pro scene just play this? I'm sure I saw someone in the pro scene just pick this recently. He has it built into his...
Is that on the auto attack? Or
it is on the auto attack.
Work?
Yeah, it is on the auto attack. Every time he attacks, there's 8-second cooldown, and it stacks and it stacks and it stacks. It's 2% each time he hits, and it can stack up.
Young Harold just farming up, doing what he's supposed to do. Doesn't matter if he gets like he's not pressured to do anything early, right? He's just got to take his time, farm it up.
What's this tri-lane bottom?
Just be because of what the players play here, like. Obviously, you don't see a lot of Axe at Riyadh, but you see a lot of the Willow and the Hoodwink that kind of prevents it, and the Underlord where...
Morphling's just going to try and port out here. No, cancels his port,
cancels his TP.
But that might be a mistake, Reverie, because there are 4 Radiant heroes here and they are looking for you. He does have 4,200 HP and is outside his tier 3 though, so he might just live goal behind, but he's been... How many deaths has he had so far? Is it 4? 4 deaths? Yeah.
Yeah,
so
4 deaths. I think they're all to Axe. I don't think he's done in a team fight once. Okay.
Really?
Hello?
There he is, and if you guys can let me know if his mic is too loud, too quiet, whatever it might be along the way, I will adjust it on the fly. Why, Glint, you reached out to me and said, hey, there's no way you're casting that much of a gap. Oh, they're looking. They're looking. Axe is here, gets the blink call once again, throws the Dagon out and drops the...
And there's not going to be a lot happening on the side lanes, I wouldn't expect. Just because the Morphling's really passive, and the Ursa is also, like, he can get really active, but with winching on the Undying, I don't know if he's got his Yashikaya, 2 parts of it Aghanims, he's just keen.
Looks like they don't really call this bluff, right? Like, the Sand King ult is up there, he's got an Eternal Shroud, he can live against that Zeus, but they've just been...
Yeah. But yeah, you can just see how much like this Tiny does, right? This guy got absolutely jibbed in lane, and he does 1 toss combo, and that's 2/3 of an Invoker's health pool. And that's an 1800 health Invoker. Dire outmaneuvering every turn. Invoker queuing up the Midas, he's already like got the glove, and he's almost halfway there. Only got 10 minutes into the game.
Looks like Raccoon wants to dive, he wants that Rubik, but the blood grenades has come out on Raccoon himself and he goes down, and now Gubala in a bit of trouble. That troll has a wand, Gubala you need to run, and that's it. That's a double kill in the top lane straight off the... Looking to get the avalanche, but doesn't quite land because the BKB is on the swap! They deal with the Aegis. Can they kill him again? The rest of his team is there, and that Spirit Breaker is looking for a charge, but he just clicks out immediately. No avalanche.
Let's have Radiance.
Hold on, I just bought a Radiance. Maybe for the mischance, but I don't think it's going to matter when that bear is just on top of you, bullying you. Johnny doing his best to keep his Sand King alive. Buyback from Spirit Breaker. They want to end this game. Okay.
I don't like that. I really don't like that.
Tell me why.
Okay, so this win here,
What's wrong with me? Why can't I feel?
Played a lot a month ago, and then it fell off a cliff.
Wait! All over this map, Morphling goes down to the Axe.
What the? All of
wow!
And they're going on to the Tiny.
Tiny
to the bottom, they're just
out of position. Charge coming from the Spirit Breaker. We wonder if Johnny can get safety before he gets here. Toss back.
He might have missile up.
Staying
I don't
under the
know if he's going to be
tower.
able to connect on charge.
Missile is going to be up, but he's going to be coming out of those
he's
trees.
walking
And
toward the
Johnny,
tree!
it's on his Rubik, one of the boys of Dog. So it's interesting to see that they do put a lot of value on these comfort heroes, because we're seeing that reflect in the pro scene, right? You've got players, really dominant players like Amar. One here, or are they running the tiny as a one?
So AU Rejects have done something brilliant here. Gubala has played Snap 3 earlier in the tournament. Snapfire can be a mid 4-2, still open. The Venge 1-3, still open. The Shadow Demon, it's probably going to be 5. Let's be realistic. But Slaughter Gang still have so much OK farming. He will eventually win them this game if he itemizes correctly and just gets his timings. Relocate in.
Relo on mid, and immediately that huge Mars ult comes. That no matter what, I'm in this game. And we see this the Shadow Fiend be banned out, and the Phoenix. A lot of bans. Those two, yeah, they've been copying a lot of bans there. And then,
I also got a comment on OD ban again for AU Rejects. They definitely don't want Hunter George on his final pick, Outlaw Devourer.
What is it with all these like sweaty? Oh, Wind decides to just let that IO burn. Okay.
It's a throwaway. It's a throwaway IO. Yep. If he ever gets caught, you don't really care too much. Extra George does have the Eternal Shroud now, but I don't know.
There's a bear in the tree here, guys. There's a bear, and it wants you. It's lurking.
Yes, Blink.
Ooh, big nuke comes out from the Zeus, and the bear is immediately on. They play safely, it's going to be hard to kill that Necro. Mars has so much HP, so positionally, as long as they play well, can't see a lot going on down here.
But I wouldn't expect much to happen.
This mid lane...
Is another core. So they have 4 cores on Radiant they have to go through, and no way to go through any of them.
Mook out charging once again. What have they spotted? See what they could cook up. Look at this cutie Rubik with his little feather shoulder. This is his own little green Scardy. I love it. I love it. Okay, so let's get this ball on the road. Bumps into a wall 4 or 5 times. Like, this is great to see. I love seeing Mars in my games, and to see someone play it incredibly well like Johnny did. Super hype. Super hype, mate. That's super cool.
Right, it breaks the way you want to play Dota. It just doesn't work anymore.
Here we go.
Smoke Tiny is getting a lot of like push bottom, but the cow just, like,
you need to be careful because your teleport just got interrupted, and you did.
If you're a Blink hero, you're really punished in this patch. But we have our own kind of meta down in Oz, where you will see like these random bans that you wouldn't see in Riyadh, such as the Undying, such as the Axe, even the Lit.
And the Troll might have to pop ult here if he wants to have any chance of surviving it. Though I don't think he can survive. I think he decides to try and take someone out with him, and it's going to be Gubala. Huge!
Oh, the mech!
Oh, the mech! Big save! Stops that. Raccoon decides to just get on top of this Sand King as quick as he can. Out comes the Tombstone, and all of a sudden Hancho might be in a little bit of trouble. Winching is running straight at him, but does he have the damage to deal with him? Out comes the Zeus ult, and hold on. Is there a play? The supports are up in 3 or 4 seconds, but Gachi is huge, has a Lincoln's, has his BKB, and has his Basher. Do they have anything to deal?
Fire, which means as he levels up Little Shredder, he will be taking all the Little Shredder talents, and he'll be buying like a Maelstrom or a Gleipnir of some description, getting all these procs out. Tiny did take the crash landing, so he'll be pumping the toss.
Really puts Oz and China put some value on this this particular hero. How do you think it lines up with what we can see so far on the enemy team?
I quite like the troll pick. It's a good thing with the global cow. Is insane. And now he's starting to charge through waves. He has the 25% greater bash damage on level 25. He has all these items. This guy...
And the whip comes out. Looks like they're still looking for Win Xing. Shadow Demons died somewhere in the background that I didn't quite catch, but it looks like Axe jumps in to get a good call, but he's delayed by the avalanche toss, and now... Ooh, is he in trouble?
I think he was blood grenaded, that's why he was a little slow on the uptake there. He has boots now, but I don't think he's gonna try. I wouldn't expect him to. Oh wow.
Oh, there is a Zeus ult, and down goes the Morph. The Morph must have been top and got called by the Axe, I imagine. I didn't see it, but I imagine we'll see those.
I would have to imagine so, right?
He's about to take a whole lot of damage. There he goes. Down. One hit.
Yeah, I think he overstayed his welcome there, definitely. And he didn't even deny the bounty room.
They feed the Benji to the bear, too.
Sorry, what?
They feed... He needs to get out of there as quickly as he can because there are 4 heroes. Swap, is it enough? Can he get out of there? Can he get into the trees? He is so thick, but there are 3 heroes just punching and punching and punching him. He gets the start off onto the Axe, but it's not enough, and that is a 5.
Pit, and Slaughter Gang took second pick. Slaughter Gang and second pick die again. So again, this should favor the AU rejects for their drafting phase. First ban on the in these early.
Charge comes out, and they found Raccoon again. Raccoon playing forward. The reload is coming in, and in comes our big. Oh my god! If that toss damage is just
so flexible at the moment, can go really anywhere. And opening the Spirit Breaker. This is another thing that's Oz specialty. The Spirit Breaker. I don't think it's being played nearly at all in Riyadh, but Oz players really love their break.
Okay.
No,
the bear is on top of Huncho. Huncho suddenly is inside that disruption, but it's just enough for him to get out of there. The Moo Cow is still charging though. Big whirlwind, EMP to try and get the mana out of Garchi, but Garchi decides to use his shard. He does have his shard now to just reposition himself. Rod comes out from the Windrunner, and that toss damage is bonkers. Wow.
Yeah, that was half Invoker's health. That was 3 creeps kills. That's insane. Absolutely insane.
Looks like Tiny's now heading top to grab himself that bounty. God, he has some HP. Huncho, you need to be careful because Zeus is looking on the sidelines and you are gone, mate. Wow, in comes the cleanup. He coming back to lane. Just, you know, doing tiny things. I'm gonna come back, hit a few creep, and the moment he arrives, he is EMP'd and completely ran out of mana. Which must be the most frustrating thing in the world. Huncho's up here having a look.
They have like 1 or 2 signature spells that are just, I guess, a level above the rest in the patch. Like Tiny Toss with Toss Facet and all these other like little things. And that's where Rubik, they do... Sorry, in a past life he was called Nose Holder. And he really holds that name when it comes to playing Naga. Like
that Necro might be in a little bit of trouble. His team is coming. Can Io get him out? Will Io try and get him out? Are they going to try and take this fight? The Avalanche Toss comes out. Another huge Mars ult. Their whole team is caught inside it. And just like that, we've lost again. He can stack 20% damage amp in lane. 20% from minute 1 he can stack 20% damage amp. You buy 6k items that do that. And he
Bootsless Vessel at 8 minutes 44 kind of just like puts a wrench in the entire plan of Radiant, you know? Like the AU rejects don't have a way to enable Gooby.
He just gives him the stun.
Good Burrow Strike. Good Burrow Strike. Again, the Shadow Demon is just following the Axe around as the Axe trying to backlane to no avail, honestly. He's not getting a...
They're absolutely whiffing it because of the pressure. But then when it's time to shine, some of them are making some of the sickest plays I've seen in a while too. It's such a good game with Dota. I love Dota.
You'll find a way to do something with nothing.
It's just such a beautiful engagement there. The way they sort of were able to initiate and bring that IO to the fight. And this is the power. This is the power of IO.
Ironically, the Dagon's doing so much work.
Now. Holy, does he actually get dunk stacks off of the Vengeful? He does. I don't
think he did.
He didn't?
See, facet. Basically, as he gets more and more kills with his Sadist, because obviously you get 1 stack every time you kill a creep, and you get, is it 6 from a hero? And current...
Gives that to Zeus? Yep.
So I think the most important thing to check is to swap to net worths here and look at the net worth here.
Oh, hang on, Kavala
Zeus is winning.
Has been found by the Morphling, but he is pretty thick. Looks like he's just...
Playing against a Spirit Breaker, a Troll, and a Mars is going to be almost impossible to have a lot of like momentum and actually play well with the win. So I'm honestly not sure why they picked it here. But this kind of does lock in their picks. God, did you just see the level 2 little shredder?
Oh, I did not, but looks like Reverie needs to run out there, run out of there as fast as he can. I saw little IO positioning himself. What I did see though was Tiny, just unbelievable. And I wonder if IO decides to go for, is it Blitzkrieg or Kritzkrieg, the heal one, the extra magic resistance? Could be pretty good, but then there's not a whole lot of magic team on Rubik. A little bit of extra mana regen for the rest of the game. He'll love that.
Yeah,
okay,
as these fights keep going, the Dire just seem to be getting so much more out of them than the Radiant. Every fight that Dire wins is like a 3...
Not just his damage, so allies as well.
I see.
So, I mean, that Shadow, that Spirit Breaker dies a lot earlier if he does have Promulgate there, but again, he's...
It's such a good counter this game as well.